There it goes. Mm-hmm. All right. We are. Oh, shit.
You okay?
Oh, no. I'm like dying over here.
Hey-o.
Digital Cortex. Back again. Chill. What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up with you?
I'm chilling, man. Straight chilling. It's heating up here in Arizona, but other than that, I'm chilling. Did you hear about you're messing with that Deadpool and made me think about, did you hear that the newest Deadpool 3 is going to be more of a Wolverine movie?
Is it?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. At least that's what the headline was.
As long as it's still breaking the fourth wall. But I guess like what they're upset about too with that movie, or there's uprise or there's comments about it, is that there's like this weird thing with the writer's strike going on right now.
Oh yeah, and they're not able to do any writing. They're not even supposed to promote their movies, technically.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The thing too is that like, because of this thing about not writing the scripts and whatnot, Ryan Reynolds, as an actor, who constantly in his movies ad-libs and improvises lines.
Yeah.
I guess not ad-libs isn't the right term, but he improvises lines a lot. And that's what makes a lot of it. So they'll either in the script will be written one thing, he tries it 15 takes with, 7 different other things to say. And then they pick the best one in post.
Yeah.
Or whatever one they think works the best. Well, because of what's going on with the writer's strike, he's not allowed to do that right now. So that means if they're filming this movie,
he's not allowed to go off script.
He's not allowed to go off script.
That's writing.
So this movie, if it does get made with those rules and he's not allowed to do what, then, because that would be considered him writing. Okay.
Yeah.
If he ad-libs something, then he's considered a writer. And he is a writer. He's written before.
He wrote Green Lantern, right?
I don't know if he wrote Green Lantern. But he's written some other things. And so he has Writers Guild credits or some shit.
Yeah.
I believe is the issue. And so because of that, he's not going to be able to ad-lib anything.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Right?
It's how long do you think this thing is going to go on, dude?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question.
Because they're really like, it seems like they're digging in, because it's like they've got some big topics they're trying to get over and they're not agreeing.
Right.
It seems like, but when I saw that headline, what I thought of was, I think they want to have Wolverine slashing and really cutting into people like we've never seen before, because
they're going to get that R rating and stuff.
All of his PG movies, you see him slice and then the camera moves away, or it doesn't catch what he's cutting, and you just know that he cut somebody's head off because you heard a plop or something,
Right.
But you don't get to see it. And when they said it was going to be more of a Wolverine movie, I was like, oh, here we go. They're trying to, I think, make up for some of that missed moments that we would have seen if it was an R-rated movie. So that, and then I was trying to find, this is what I've been looking at my stupid phone. I'm trying to find the picture of Deadpool, Wolverine standing next to each other. And it was more of a Hugh Jackman that was like grizzlied and he had cut sleeves. And it kind of reminded me more of the comic book Wolverine. Just the way he was kind of scruffy kind of look. I mean, he's been leaning more and more toward that, especially the last Wolverine movie. But I don't know. This picture seemed more like a Wolverine. They might even put him in yellow, dude. I don't know if some of these pictures are fan made or not.
That's definitely got to be fan made.
This one kind of does, but he was yellow. He was the official one that I saw. He was wearing yellow. So
I'm sure they'll do that. Definitely.
Yeah, because look, they're showing it on some of the posters. The yellow mask for Wolverine. So I think he's going to throw it on.
It's definitely going to be like a shared movie between the two.
Yeah, see, look. Here's a real. He's wearing a yellow suit with black. That's from some leaked footage or leaked photos, it looks like. I don't know. I'm not even going to say out loud what I just read. Because, see, you click on a picture and then you start seeing some of the questions that people are having. And I just saw the word Hulk. And I was like, oh, man. That would be interesting. But I don't know.
That would be interesting.
I don't know. I don't know what that was. See, because I don't want to start investigating and then start.
It could also be like,
people have their theories and they're just coming up with shit. So who knows? But yeah, I don't want to start thinking about maybe some cool shit that might happen, in the movie. What'd you think about Juggernaut? That dude is big.
Yeah.
You said
that's who he is. He's like that in the comics and stuff.
I know, but
I'm
usually
glad they did it like that.
Yeah, you usually expect the dude to be shrunk down, like not as big.
Because they didn't do it like that in the other movies.
Like Sabretooth was supposed to be huge. Like when you saw him, at least in the cartoons, he was a lot bigger than Wolverine and Beast. But when they showed the, Fox version, he was just a little bit taller. A little bigger, but nothing like exaggerated. But yeah, that was interesting that they actually made him big. And then he was just doing because Juggernaut's unstoppable once his momentum starts. So that's like his power. His power is like momentum. He can't stop him. So that was kind of crazy. He just punched right through the freaking bottom of the. What were they on? They were in a bus, big ass bus, and he just punched through and then flipped the whole thing.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
It was badass.
And then it just goes into slow mo, and then
I need to go see that movie again.
Yeah, we should watch the second one. Good. I like the second one, dude. The uncut one is awesome too. You watched the uncut, right? There's a lot more of Deadpool.
I can't remember if I did or not. Up. But
there's a whole scene they cut out of the original one, where he's fighting in the bathhouse with all the Asian dudes and they're wearing towels. Like they just cut right through that in the regular version, but the uncut.
So then I've seen the uncut.
It's a longer scene, yeah. So
because I remember that.
If you've seen that longer scene where he chops the guy's arms and legs off and he's just like waddling.
Oh yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like that was all cut out of the other version.
Was it?
Yeah.
I guess because I've seen it at home quite a few times. And then I guess I've seen it in theaters at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you go watch if they do a first, second, and third release, would you go watch that?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I'd do that. Why not?
Let's do that then.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, when are they doing it?
I'm down. We have to find what theater, but they usually do.
Well, that movie's far from coming out, right? 2024 or something?
Next year, I think. Right?
I guess we are almost halfway through the year.
Yeah, we're in month 6.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Month 6.
6 months, dude. We made it halfway. Dude, we blew through that first.
We get through this month and then we're halfway through the year.
Yeah, we just blew through it, right? Didn't it seem pretty fast?
Fuck. It was a short month, too.
And you had a lot of shit happen.
A day in this month.
Dude, you've had the most active 2023, dude.
I know,
of
right?
your life.
I was just tripping out on that the other day. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you went around. You've already flown. Like, you went to Big Ben, right? And
yeah. forgot about the whole Bachelor California thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you had a wedding.
We did go to a wedding in January.
November 8th, 2024.
I feel like that was so long ago.
That's the release.
No, wait, that wasn't. Yeah. Crystal.
Drove up to Flagstaff one time.
Flagstaff. Yeah. Crystal's graduation.
Yeah. 2023 has been crazy for you, dude. You got a lot done in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Pat yourself on the back, man.
I don't want to. It's just a lot of hard work.
You're just thinking about all the stress that you've went
through. All the stuff that we've done. And then, holy shit, it's been a long year now that I think about it. It feels like so long ago.
You got it done though. Doesn't it? You know, I think that
I had somebody asking me the other day. Is like, didn't you just have like a little vacation? And I was like, yeah.
But I'm doing it again.
Yeah. It's like I just feel like I need one.
Another one.
Yeah, they were asking me when I did for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I told them like all I wanted to do is just like relax. I wanted to get away. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to relax. I feel like I haven't done that. They're like, didn't you just take a vacation on your bachelor party? Are your honeymoon? And I was like, yeah. But it feels like so long ago because as soon as I came back from that at work, it was just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Like there was no rest.
You don't really relax that much on your vacation. You're always like doing something. Mm-hmm. You're going here, you're going there, you're checking this out. Like
I guess it went too quick.
It does go by fast.
Way too quick.
So actually, you never even talked about the trip. That's a good segue, dude. So let's start it from like, when did you guys leave? What time? Was it like midnight flight or anything?
No, we left early morning. So
do you like red eyes? I like waking up in another city, just going to sleep and then waking up in another city.
I guess it's fine. I don't think I've done that too often. And I think the main reason we don't do that is because then I feel like, well, I should get the hotel a night sooner, or the Airbnb or whatever it is, a night sooner. Because if the plane gets in at like what, 4 a.m. or something?
Yeah, then you go drive around a little bit, have breakfast, get all your stuff together, and then
but for us, we're not driving it unless we rent a car.
You guys didn't rent a car?
No.
Would you guys take like
public
bicycles or something?
Uber?
Take the little birds around?
No, we didn't.
That'd be funny. You had your luggage on your back.
Because like everywhere we got dropped off was just a strip of places.
So you
literally
just
walk.
That's awesome.
You walk around. You go to all these places are like right there.
I like that. I like when you can in walking distance get to like a lot of different stuff, and then you guys just stopped in and popped in and ate some food and stuff like that.
This is Portland, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
So when what time did you guys get there?
Our plane, we had a layover in, where was it? San Jose, I think.
Okay, you went that way and then back that way.
Yeah, we went to California.
Yeah.
Then,
how is San Jose? I've never flown into it.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a decent airport.
It's decent.
Yeah, it's not too big, not too small.
It's a bigger one.
Yeah,
definitely.
You would say. Yeah, I never flown into San Jose, but
we did it a couple times.
Yeah.
But so we had a layover there, so it was like an hour and a half flight there and then an hour or something. I can't remember. I don't know the exact times offhand, but I can tell you that
it was like afternoon or something. I told
Crystal to wake up at a certain time and be ready. And we were not ready.
You guys almost missed the flight.
Dude. So the idea was that we could Uber to the airport.
Yeah.
But with the new train that they got.
The tram?
Yeah, they have they call it the Sky Train.
Yeah.
The thing that they had been building over there.
Yeah.
Well, it connects to a parking structure. Well, not a parking structure, but a parking lot.
Yeah.
And so it was cheaper for us to park the car there than it would have been to Uber there and Uber back with tip and everything.
Yeah.
Like so we were probably saving like $15 or something just driving ourselves.
Yeah. And you get to park there. And,
so we parked there and then we took the train.
Yeah.
Well, we had to run. We were rushing to get there
Yeah.
Then I was having Crystal like, I totally thought we were going to miss a flight. So I was like, look for the next flight. We didn't bring
you were preparing
any credit card or anything for it. So I was like, we're going to have to drive all the way back home, grab the credit card to like purchase the flight.
Yeah.
You know, and so we were like, fucked.
So you guys parked, and then what happened?
We parked. There was no close parking, so we're at the far end of the lot.
Oh, great.
So we were running across the lot.
Yeah.
Crystal could not run anymore.
Yeah, that's how far
and
it was.
And I'm like, I know you're tired and you don't want to run. You can't run, but you have to run.
Yeah.
Because we need to make this train. Like, it tells you when the train's coming.
Oh, shit. And it was coming?
It was coming. And then if you don't get it then, it was like another like 5 or 10 minute wait.
And you guys can afford.
We still have to get through TSA.
Yeah.
So we missed the train.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
So, okay,
and
so
I'm looking
now time
on the
added.
because like you get the TSA like app, you can see it says it's going to be like a 30-minute wait.
Yeah.
And our flight leaves in like 20 minutes. So I was like, we're not going to make it.
Because
we're not going to make it.
The flight was leaving in 20 minutes and you guys were still trying to get on the tram?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we got on the tram. TSA
you're like,
check was
bouncing.
not very long. Okay.
Oh, so you guys lucked out on that.
So we got through. We didn't have any issues there because that would have took so much time. And it was a way shorter line than they had said previously. Like, we ran without our shoes on. Like, I have both bags. Crystal's got her backpack.
Yeah.
And like, I'm holding both our shoes and we're running.
Just full out.
Yeah. Because
you took your shoes off?
You have to take your shoes off to get the TSA.
Yeah.
But we're running through the place barefoot because we don't got time to put the shoes on. Put the shoes on in the plane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when you grabbed them after TSA.
We just ran.
With the shoes.
Yeah. We're just running.
And they were, so you're running to your gate.
Yeah. We're fast walking, running. Like, Crystal can't run anymore, but we're like trying.
Speed walking.
Yes.
As much as you can.
As much as we can.
Yeah.
And I'm getting frustrated, but I'm trying not to say it because I'm like, all you need to do is fucking run. Just run. Just
dig
run.
Deep. Dig deep.
And I know she couldn't run. And I was I'm sorry. I feel so bad.
At this point, like, it might even be better if you just take off without her and then at least hold them and say, my wife's coming or something. You know, like.
You can't hold a flight like that, man.
That's not cool, but they would. If you're at the gate.
They might not even do it. Plus, she has the tickets.
Oh, then okay, yeah. Take the tickets from her and just
regardless,
go.
Like, if I board, they're either going to say, well, you're boarding this plane or you're not, whether she's here or not. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
It's better that we stay together.
I've never had to hold a plane, but I'm just saying,
I'm not going to hold a plane. Oh my God.
Dude,
get charged for holding a plane, get kicked out of the airport altogether.
It already sucks sitting there waiting for when you're on the tarmac and you're just like, come on, when are we going to fucking leave? I hate that. And then I hate when you get there and you land and then you're just waiting on the goddamn plane. And sometimes I've been on some planes where they turn the fucking AC off, dude. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here, man? We're just on the tarmac fucking boiling.
Been like that before.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
But like maintenance issues or something.
Yeah, or it's just packed. They're like, we gotta wait for our spot to open it. You know, like whatever, dude. The longest I've ever rode in a plane just driving was at O'Hare. I don't know what the fuck we landed on or what strip of tarmac that we landed, but we had to drive so goddamn far, dude. We even drove over a freeway at one point.
Oh, shit.
Like, yeah, I'm like, we're driving. I'm looking out the window, and there's like cars coming underneath a bridge that they made like for the plane. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We're driving over freeways now? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is the longest. That's fucking
weird.
Dude, it was the longest I've ever rode in a plane.
The wings just like go over?
Yeah, they just like, it was a big, wide for a plane, but yeah, I saw them driving.
Is it wide enough for one plane or?
I couldn't see the other side. I only can see my side, but I imagine it's wide. But it was just weird to see cars driving under, like under us.
That's crazy. I want to drive on that freeway now.
Yeah,
just to see the planes going across it.
You would be driving and you'd be looking at a plane going over your head. It looked gnarly, dude. But Yeah, dude, I don't know how far away this fucking plane landed, but they were, because you land and you're like, all right, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we'll pull up to our freaking gate. Maybe we'll just be sitting there. But no, we were like huffing it, dude, like driving across. And then, all right, I'll tell my story. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah, where was I?
Yeah, I got a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. So we get there and we've got like 4 or something minutes before
crazy.
this plane takes off. Like we're the last people to board.
There was nobody there waiting.
Nobody was waiting.
The lady was just like ready to close the doors.
Like the seats were already taken up by other people for other flights.
Yeah.
Like we're there. So we put our shoes on.
Yeah.
And we get in there. And
you're like, and everyone's just kind of looking at you.
They had to determine where we sat. And I never had that before. We took Southwest and they said, well, we got to group you. So hold on. And I was like, don't expect to sit together. That's what I was telling her. I was like, we're not going to be able to sit together. We're going to be in different parts. So you're going to have to be able to handle your baggage.
Mm-hmm.
So then, by the time we get on, though, I start to see this plane is empty.
Oh, shit. Why did they make it sound like you guys are really like...
I know. There was like nobody. Like we had everybody who traveled had their own row.
Oh, shit.
Whether they were traveling with someone or not.
Nice.
Yeah. And they had to space us out based on like the weight of the people.
Yeah,
you couldn't all be in front.
Yeah, you can't put it all in
so
one
they
area.
told us where we had to sit. We didn't fucking care because we were happy to be on the plane.
Doesn't it feel a little more comfortable with less people too? Like, didn't it feel like, or was it kind of weird?
No, definitely way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Because in Southwest, like there's no assigned seating, so you just got to sit.
Oh, yeah.
You got to find a spot and sit there.
Yeah.
And if you're traveling as a pair, the third seat is like
going to be somebody else.
Someone else.
Yeah.
And I usually get stuck sitting next to someone else because I let her have the window seat. I never get the window. I would love the window. That'd be cool.
One of these times.
But I know she loves it more than I do. So
yeah, but you gotta rotate. You gotta have a rotation.
I'd rather, I don't know.
You rather just not even bring it up, and you're just like, take it.
Because otherwise, it's like, I'd like to close the window, keep the sun out of me.
Yeah.
But have the ability to open it,
and look and peek.
To look and peek when we're like landing and shit.
Wait for a good one. Like you're gonna go to like Hawaii or something, and you want to see like the ocean.
No, well, it's all good. Like we were coming down. There was a lot of cool things to see.
No, I'm saying wait to bring it up for a cool trip where you're gonna see some islands or something.
That to be like, hey, I want the window seat because like I haven't had the window seat.
Yeah, I've never had.
I would really want it this time. She'd be like, okay. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, look at that. That looks cool.
Whoa.
Never going to see that from a plane again.
Good thing I got the window this time.
Yeah. How's that stranger smelling next to you?
I know.
Dude, I had this fucking lady once. I was sitting in the aisle. I was in the middle. She was in the Crystal's in the window.
Yeah.
And this fucking lady, she kept like elbowing me.
Oh, shit.
Like creaching onto my spot.
Yeah.
And I kept like going like, excuse me, ma'am, can you not touch me? I was getting fed up with it. And I'm like, I know I'm a wider set man, but like I'm keeping myself in here. I'm holding my arms together.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to impeach on you. And you're clearly moving your elbow past the armrest into my body.
And no regard, like, just no regard.
Whatever sweater she was holding or blanket or I don't know was also getting covered by me and touching me. I'm like,
the hell?
I don't want to be touched by you.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, with your nasty blanket.
So luckily this flight was not packed. We were able to get our own row and we didn't miss it. And I knew Crystal was like super upset, anxiety high. I wasn't helping by like, we have to make this. We need to do this.
Yeah, rushing. So, but in retrospect, all of that rushing got you there on time. That probably got you 4 minutes or whatever, that you needed.
Yeah, we needed it.
Yeah.
Whatever minutes we shaved, like we barely made it. I know we barely made it. I never missed a flight in my life. I'm usually uber prepared for it,
Yeah. So when you got parked, there was like 20 minutes.
When we got to the train part, it was like 20 minutes.
Shit, man. That's like you're lucky it wasn't a busy day,
God.
Dude. Yeah,
so bad. We barely missed it. 5 minutes before the plane said it was departing, like on schedule,
I know, right? That's what I was gonna say.
I was hoping the plane would be delayed or something.
So, back when I was talking about that flight to O'Hare, the reason I was saying, dude, so we land, right? And this thing is driving forever. And the reason I knew it was driving forever, because normally I wouldn't care or even look at my watch, but we weren't landing in Chicago to stay there. It was just a layover. Yeah. So we needed to get to the fucking gate, and like we had like 30 minutes or something. So we land. I'm like, all right, 30 minutes, whatever, dude. So like then we're driving for like 25 minutes, dude. I don't know. We were driving forever, dude. 20 minutes in the plane at least. That from landing to driving around in circles or whatever they were doing until they finally pulled in. So we had to get our shit and run to the next gate, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And we never been in this fucking airport before. So we're like, fucking, like, I remember, dude, just like swiping across people, like trying to get through, like, and we're like, oh shit, we finally figured out where the gate was. So we knew it was like on the other side of the fucking way. Because of course it's really far away from wherever you got out. So yeah, dude, we ran it, and then we barely got there, sat down, and then they're like, okay, we're accepting. We're like, oh shit, dude. That's how close we were. So we did. Yeah, it was. I hate that feeling of like uncontrolled.
It sucks.
Like yours, you're like, oh man, there's nothing you can control anymore. Control is out the window.
Right.
You're just at the mercy of like getting there on time, which is crazy because it's just an amped up feeling when I know what you're talking about when you're running through the airport, dude. But yeah, that's cool that you guys made it, and then it was a good flight.
Yeah, it was a good flight. We made it. Very happy about that. And then on top of all that too, the next flight, which we weren't late to any flights, but all 3 of the remaining flights, so 2 back and then the 1 to finish the journey.
Yeah.
We didn't have to share with anybody.
That's nice.
And I think maybe it was because we were just flying on a random fucking Tuesday in the middle of the day too. Like our second flight was all in the afternoon time. We ended up getting back here around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
It's probably a good time to fly, dude.
Yeah. It worked out as far as like not being too crowded.
Yeah.
Like that super early morning one left at like 5 a.m.
That's pretty early.
And I know we've had flights at like 7, 8, 9. Those ones are usually busy. I think it's still as busy up until like noon. This one we left at 1:40, I think.
Yeah, I think people like to tend to leave later in the day, so or early in the morning. Yeah. So you guys hit it in the middle.
We did,
which is also better. But when you got there, it was just like pretty refreshing. I never been to Portland, so
it was nice. Everything was so green. They just had like I guess a lot of rain and shit. Like everybody's lawn was overgrown. Yeah, everything was overgrown. So much green, so much trees, and the trees are so big.
Like they've been there for
fucking huge ass motherfucking trees, and bro.
Shit. Yeah, it's more great. Like it's more foresty kind of feel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like the whole thing was carved out of a little forest.
Nice. There is something about like living in a forest area, you know, like when we go up to Flagstaff and the pine trees, and I don't know, it does feel refreshing, right? Didn't it feel comfortable?
It did. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Crystal liked it too, but the thing she just was not comfortable with was that there was a lot of like unhoused individuals. They've got a huge problem.
So when you guys are walking around, there was like a lot of like...
Well, I mean, you're just driving around, seeing it, and just tents and everything everywhere.
Yeah, and then you kind of... It does make you like, are we going to be okay? Are we going to get fucking jumped right now? You know, like you start thinking about all those things. Yeah.
Dude, we had a scary incident. Like we needed water for the Airbnb. Like we'd bought 2 big giant jugs and then we drunk all that. Yeah. And we were coming back from like drinking and smoking edibles. And we're like, okay, well, let's have the Uber drop us off at a 7-Eleven And then we'll just walk.
Oh, walk to the...
Yeah, we'll just walk back to our Airbnb. It wasn't too far. It was like an 8-minute walk.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Not bad. But it's a dramatically different part of town than that 8 minutes.
You weren't ready for that.
That 7-Eleven was just not, I think I just witnessed like a guy just stealing shit multiple times.
Just walk out of the store with this shit?
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey. And then he's like, later.
He looked at the cashier lady and he was like saying something like, I'm not stealing this bag of chips. And he would walk out with it. And I'm like, I definitely didn't see him walk in with it or pay for it.
he just announced it. He just announced it.
And we bought our water jug. We started walking back.
Yeah.
I'm holding everything, And
what kind of road? Is it city?
There's houses and shit.
Okay, so residential.
Yeah, but it's like city residential. It's weird.
Okay.
Because you're still like very much in the city area.
Yeah.
It's just a different district of it, because it's very compact.
Was it so maybe some more buildings around, like taller buildings?
Mainly houses and stuff, but
single level.
But like when you get to a certain street, there's
industry.
Industry, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then it's more houses and stuff, and then industry areas.
Okay, I get it.
So we're walking down.
That's not a good mixture.
No.
That's why you're having this issue. Yeah.
So as we're walking, we there's this like car starts driving up real slow to us.
Oh shit! And you're like, oh shit!
And then they start turning in front of us in the corner to like slow down. They're rolling down their windows and they're like, hey, you got any change? You got any change something? I'm like, oh, we have got nothing. And we're high and drunk.
Yeah.
So we crossed the street to the other side.
Yeah.
Because we were on the left side of the street. Now we're going on the right side of the street. And the guy like fucking gets out of the car.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, we ain't got fucking nothing for you, bro. Got nothing.
Yeah.
And he gets in the back in the car and drives away.
Okay.
Fucking weird. I was clinging onto that water. I was like, if this guy comes anywhere near me, I'm swinging this.
Yeah,
gallon.
You gave him the signals because you didn't back down. If you would have been like, hey, we don't, like if you start like backpedaling or something, then he's gonna think he has like the upper hand. So you gave him like that, hey motherfucker, like, yeah. I think that was a good
Chris
play.
was terrified. She said she was so fucking scared. Like it ruined her entire day. She was so scared.
It does give you that adrenaline dump, dude, where you're like, is shit going down? Right. Because it could have easily went that way. Yeah, you guys were close. That was crazy.
But other than that was like the worst part about it. Everything else was fucking great.
Yeah.
Restaurants were great. They have like these things. I forget what they called them. I think they're food truck pods.
Okay.
And so like you just start walking through to like these lots, and these lots will be filled with like anywhere from 4 to like 12 food trucks.
That's interesting.
And they're all just like open, and you just have this collection of different food. And it's not like food truck, shitty food truck. It's like, these are like fucking great food trucks. Like you got sushi based food trucks. You got, the normal like Mexican food and pizza based food trucks. And then you have food trucks from all different diversities of types of foods and things.
So these trucks or these pods or whatever, are they like movable, or do they look like they're kind of been there and they stay there?
They pretty much stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they create these pods and then they stay there. And then they even sell like alcohol through these. They have some that are like alcohol allowed to be sold.
That's what's up.
So you can just walk into like these food trucks area, and one of them's a beer truck.
Get some brews.
Yeah. And so now you're
got like patio and shit, and you can sit down.
Patio type.
That's cool. Did you guys take any pictures of those?
No. But shit, there was a lot, and they were everywhere, scattered around. It wasn't like, oh, they're only in this area. No, you just like
that's
walking
like
around and
thing.
like, oh, there's this food truck here.
So It makes it kind of convenient. You can try different foods, like you don't have to eat the same thing. You can get a burger, you can get sushi, you can get a beer,
So many fucking food trucks. And like we were on the Uber getting on the freeway, and I remember specifically this section. It looked like there was a shit ton. I couldn't even count them all. food trucks just parked in this lot, like they were like abandoned food trucks, or
Shit.
you know how you would see like people, like you go down Broadway and you just got someone who's got like a junkyard full of cars and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for food trucks.
Hey.
And like 3 of them said Wendy's on it.
Wow.
They were just like Wendy's food trucks. They're just chilling in this lot now.
They try to make it a thing and nobody wanted it, probably.
I guess. I mean, they probably were like, yeah, let's jump on that bandwagon. Because, like, I don't know, in California, you can rent, or you can get like In-N-Out catered through these trucks.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. does that. And like, that's great. But
the locals probably didn't like it. They're like, we don't want Wendy's. We want.
Yeah,
something.
Exactly. That's probably what happened. It was just failed.
Yeah, because we don't want fast food in a truck. The whole point of getting a food truck is because somebody's actually making the food. You know?
I'm guessing there must have been some law or something that passed that allowed these food trucks to
flourish or whatever.
Yeah, flourish the way they did.
Yeah,
and so it probably became like some kind of viable, like hip market to join or some shit.
And people like it. So you have a market, and then they have the laws that support it or whatever, like a mobile food vehicle law or something like that allows them to operate.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Which is cool. Because I wish we had, more food trucks closer to where I work. That'd be cool. Because then you have some variety. Or if they let them pull up and stuff, that would be cool. But now they make us eat that shitty food if you want something. But I guess with Uber and all that, you can order pretty much anything you want nowadays.
Right. We did that once. We were there. We even Ubered to the Airbnb, like Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Because we just were too tired to go out again.
Excuse me.
But we're still like very much.
But overall, it was pretty easy to get around the city with all
it was super easy. We even took public transit a couple times.
Buses weren't too bad.
No, just definitely longer to get to your destination, but they weren't bad. They were decent.
Do they do that thing where you can like rent bikes too?
Yes, there was lots of bike rentals and stuff everywhere, and scooters and all that.
I've seen that more and more downtown.
Yeah, but I guess Oregon or Portland is like very big in biking.
Yeah,
bicycles,
environmental friendly and all that stuff.
So that was happening a lot.
That's cool. They have those electric bikes too.
I don't remember if I recall seeing it being electric or not. But what I liked is that the scooters, and I don't know, it might have been a while since I've been on a scooter, but there was a specific brand of scooter that was there the whole time. Like, well, not there the whole time, but that I saw more often.
Yeah.
And they had like a phone holder, like the retractable phone squeezing holder.
Yeah.
That was like on the scooter. And I thought, well, that's clever.
Yeah, because then you could put your coordinates in.
Because what are you getting the scooter for? Because you want to navigate around the city.
And you're going somewhere. Did they have like did you guys go to a zoo or anything? Or?
We didn't go to a zoo, but we did go to the Washington Park area, which had a, they call it it's a rose garden. Okay. But it's like the International something rose garden. They basically grow roses for competition there.
Interesting.
And they create different varieties of roses. And
so like for the Rose Bowl and stuff, you know how they have floats?
I don't know, but they end up winning a lot of awards for their roses. And then the other thing we did was checked out the Japanese gardens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like when they.
So
yeah,
Portland has a sister city.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Okay.
And I think it was like in the 50s or something. And they gifted them, the Japanese city gifted them like a kind of like a statue or some artifact thing. And so based on that, the city commissioned to have like an area of Washington Park turned into this Japanese garden.
You've been to the one here in Phoenix, right?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
But I know that this one
You should check it out.
So impressive.
Check it out and then see how it compares.
I don't think it can.
Probably
This was
not.
massive.
But this one is pretty
and
nice.
you had to hike up through the woods to get there, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's trails, like they're not hard trails. Like you take kids on this hike, but it was huge and immersive. Like the way that
You felt like you were in Japan.
yeah, you get to see that culture that they're showing, but at the same time, it's like a pocket of the woods that you're in. Like you see all the giant tall trees. And then inside there, you know, you have all the different structures and the specific Japanese foliage and whatnot.
And do they do the same thing where you're supposed to be like quiet and not like talking a lot or something?
For the most part, but it didn't seem
They didn't bring that up?
No.
They didn't say anything?
I think people just knew to be a little respectful about it.
Because they tell you here, like they go through a whole little thing like, you be respectful, no loud talking or loud noises, and you're supposed to be quiet and thoughtful.
Here's the thing I noticed though. The people in Portland, so nice. So much nicer than the people over here.
So maybe they don't even have to say that.
They probably don't need to.
They don't even have to
Because the
say
people
it.
are just polite to begin with.
Yeah. They
Like every shop owner, every restaurant, every bar, every Uber
they
driver.
greeted you when you came in.
Pretty
and stuff.
much everyone was just so nice.
Hey, how you doing? What
Yeah.
can I get you?
It was just very pleasant.
That's good.
You
like
just
to hear
people on the
those things.
street, like, because we were in an Airbnb that was in a busier like bar hopping scene, I guess.
Yeah.
And so we can go to the rooftop balcony that we had, and we were smoking up there and just looking out and watching everybody walk by and stuff, and even conversations and things you hear from people. It's very respectable.
So they do like festivals and stuff over there, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had gone to a couple of things, like we'd done their the like farmers market type
You guys check
thing
that
that
out.
they were doing.
Word.
Yeah. We had a good time. It was good. I'd do
Sounds-
it again.
Yeah, it's nice to hear like there's still like nice cities, you know, like it's so weird. People have gotten, I think, like extra weird since everything happened. Like I've gotten into so many elevators where people just have their headphones on. They don't even make eye contact with you. You can't say hi.
Yeah.
You know, like if you say hi, they won't hear you, and they'll just keep staring at their phone or looking straight ahead or whatever they're doing. Most of the time, it's just looking at their phone. Like everybody looks at their phone. It doesn't matter if they have headphones on or not. But I feel like the AirPods are just making people antisocial, dude, because people just wear them all the time.
That's true.
They walk around with AirPods. It's just like, and then you kind of just sending a signal like I don't want to interact with anybody. I'd rather just listen to my AirPods. You know, it's just like, I don't know. People are just getting more, they're just isolating themselves. You know, you're isolating yourself, you know, and the more I think about it, it's kind of rude, you know, just having your earbuds on, just not interacting, you know, with anybody, you know, at least like you don't have to talk to people, but you know, you just greet like hello, you know, like
For me though, like I hate talking to people.
I like nice people though. So
I do.
Yeah. So like if they're talkative, then I feel better than if they're just like staring
Like
or they're
Krista
staring
always
off.
gets mad at me. She's like, why are you need to talk to the Uber driver, because I'm too high to talk to the Uber driver. And I always end up being the one to talk to the Uber driver. And I'm like, you don't have to talk though. It's a service and they're aware of it. Like a good Uber driver will be like, know when conversation is happening and when it's not.
I know there's sometimes when I don't want to talk to them, but like I'm polite.
They get the feedback and they'll be like, oh, way too talkative.
Sometimes they just fucking plow right through it and just keep talking anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I had this lady one time. I jumped in the car with some dudes and like we jumped in her minivan or whatever, and like.
But Crystal takes it from like, you know, they can start a conversation and there's ways that you could just like end it without having to continue, and then just, you know, be on the ride.
Or like
but Crystal will continue the conversation. And I'm like, why are you continuing? Well, they started it. It was like, that doesn't mean you have to finish it.
I know what's happening. You feel bad if you don't give an answer or you don't respond.
Answer and you can respond, but you don't have to like, oh, okay. And then what did you do? And you continue on with it. Like
that's sort of like the feeling bad part because you're like, well, they started talking, so I got to talk to them. You
don't have to though.
I know, but I'm saying I know what that feeling is. And it's funny because I will catch myself like, all right, I got to shut this shit down. Like, I don't want to keep talking. If I keep answering these, this happened to me when I did customer service too, when I was on the phone. I could tell this dude just wanted to talk because we started talking about basketball, like we're not really supposed to be like, you kind of entertain, the customer, but you're not really supposed to like have like a full on basketball conversation about the NBA finals, but you don't shut them down at the same point. And then like, I was like, yeah, it was a good game. And he's like, oh, that one play. And then, like we're just talking about it. Man, I don't know, like, and then I was like, yeah, and then you can feel that subject ended. Right. So he was like, so who do you think's going to, how do you think the football team is going to, he like started another, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do, dude. I was like, I entertained that idea a little bit, but then like when he got to the third subject, I was like, so is there anything else I can help you with? Like you have to like, you have to shut it down.
Know when to stop.
I could tell he was just wanting to talk to somebody, and I kind of felt bad, but I've been in that situation where you're just like, all right, I don't want to keep talking, but we got to end this thing, like at some point. I know you want to talk, but yeah.
But we can't. I have a job, bro.
Yeah, I'm on the clock, motherfucker.
And if you continue a conversation like that, then they call it like call avoidance.
Yeah, because you're staying on with the customer, and you're not trying to get on to the next. If it's like related to whatever you're working, then yeah, you can do that if they want to talk about this or that or whatever, like, but once you start getting into just chit chat, you're like, all right, I gotta shut this shit down. But I don't know. It's weird when you're in person too. There's just like a little added extra, like, because you can not only like hear their size or their like you can also see their shoulders and their they're looking back at you sometime like, all right, dude, just eyes on the road, dude. Like, you ever get those guys that's just like looking back at you? You're like, hey motherfucker.
Right.
And some of these guys, I'm like, why are you doing this, dude? You're clearly not good at following directions. Because I'm like trying to help them.
Oh my God.
I'm like, God, dude, why are you driving people around?
For real.
All you have to do literally is follow your stupid map that's on your phone. And you can't even do that.
No.
They're like, oh, I think that was a turn. Let me, and then they start U-turning in a spot you're not supposed to U-turn. You're, oh, fuck, dude. Like, am I going to get sideswiped here by another car, dude? What are we doing, man?
And my God, I've been in some crazy ones, man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And you know what? I didn't know that your Uber rating doesn't get shown. Like, when you rate your Uber driver,
yeah,
they don't see that you rated them.
Okay.
So whatever rating you give them, they're not going to be like, Steven gave me this.
And he knows where you live now.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
Exactly. So I had to look that up. I had to Google search that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to rate this guy badly. But I was always afraid that if I rate them badly, they'll rate me badly.
How many creeps are driving on Uber, dude, that just want to like drive chicks around and see where they live, dude?
Enough, I guess.
Too many, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's got to be a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Oh, you live in these apartments? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, okay. How long you been living here? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Trying to get some intel on these motherfuckers, dude. That's got to be an issue.
Yeah, it is an issue, I think. I'm pretty sure.
There's I don't know. You just get weird vibes from certain like drivers. You're like, what the fuck is your deal, dude? And then you've seen the freakouts, right? This chick was like getting mad at this dude because he was like asking her to slow down because she was like fucking speeding and dipping through turns. And he was like,
yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
And she just lets him off on like the freeway. And
yeah. She's like, get the fuck out of my car. And shit like,
He's like, I want my luggage.
I'm not getting out until you get my luggage, dude. That was smart. I think this dude is pissed off an Uber driver before or something, dude, because he knew not to get out of the car until she opened the back.
She was pissed off.
She was like, get the fuck out of the car.
Was that Florida or something?
I don't know. It was
Probably
something,
Florida.
I was watching it like, God, dude, when these are still, I mean, it's a mutual transaction, but these are still humans, and you can piss humans off and they will get pissed. Like, and he was probably being kind of a dick, you know, like, or whatever, probably talking shit. Like, yeah, dude, I don't know. There's something about Uber and the separation of like, it's just an app, right? It's not like a cab driver where you're answering to like a switch or something, or a fucking, you know, manager that sent you out to that ride. Like,
right.
There's got to be a little bit difference when you're just looking at an app and it just tells you to pick somebody up or something, you know? I don't know.
I did it once.
You did for a little bit? What was your experience?
I did on Lyft. I don't know. I didn't care for it. It was
kind of weird.
It was a lot of like running around trying to find the hot spots, and by the time you get to a hot spot, like it's changed.
And now it's somewhere else.
Yeah, now it's like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Just driving around town.
You're wasting a lot of gas just trying to find a ride, right? So what, are you just trying to hit like busy areas, like if there's a concert or something, or like bars or something, you're just trying to hang out over there?
Yeah, I guess that's what I tried to do, or try to just drive around like up and down the freeway until, you know, maybe I'd get something.
So then you get there, and then what was the protocol? What did they tell you have to do, like when you get there?
So when you get there, there's like a 5-minute wait or something.
So you're supposed to wait 5 minutes for them to come?
Yeah. If they don't come within 5 minutes, then you can cancel it.
Okay.
So that you're not wasting your time.
Yeah. Did you have to cancel anybody?
No.
That's good.
I only was able to do like just a couple of rides and stuff. One of them was actually like super far. I had to drive this chick to Mesa, I think.
Yeah.
No, Chandler.
And you're just driving forever and you're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I drove forever.
Where are we going? Because you don't know where, you're just following the map too.
Yeah. And then we got stopped at a train. And there was a train passing by.
You don't get any extra money for extra time. You're just trying to get to where you're going, right? The whole pay is based on just the ride, right? It's not any time involved. Or is there time? Does it give you?
It's like time and distance, I think.
Oh, it is. So it does add it up.
But I think it's like it's flat rated based on what that should be.
Oh, whatever the pre-rate was that she got, or he got, or whoever. Because some people get deals and shit like that.
And it depends on like the time of the day and the area you're in, and spikes the different pricing and whatnot.
Shit. So everybody's kind of flooding areas that are hot. So then you kind of have to, oh man, that's weird, dude. This is a whole weird system.
If you do it during certain times, like the airport's a hot area. You can just be chilling at the airport.
And you're always going to get somebody.
Right.
But you don't know how far you're going to drive. You might have to drive this motherfucker across the fucking.
True.
Yeah.
I always felt bad like that. I was like, taking this Uber like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, it's like, well, Uber's to get from like just a quick point to another quick point.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you can take an Uber quite a distance. I mean, if they're down for it. I saw this people on YouTube did it like cross country.
Oh shit.
They went from like Florida to California in an Uber.
No way.
Yeah.
How much did they pay for that?
Oh, they paid that guy a lot.
It's gotta be
They paid
ridiculous.
for his meals.
No way. They bought the guy food too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that's nice. But why did they do that?
Whenever they stopped and paid for his hotel and shit, they would stop the ride there, and then they would have
another
him
ride,
turn on, and then they would try to do it real quick, so that he would be the one to pick them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they had to do some kind of.
He'd ask his wife if it was okay. I guess before him doing that was like, he was a truck driver, so he's used to driving that route anyway.
Okay, so he knows the roads. That's another thing, dude. When you're in another place and you don't know the freeways, you don't know the fucking roads and the tolls and all the fucking fast track this, and I gotta stay in this lane to get over here. Like, some of that shit's fucking annoying and stressful, dude.
Yeah, and they gave the guy a fucking massive tip. I think they gave him like 100% tip on whatever the ride was going to be.
Was this all just for like a YouTube video or something? Okay, so they got a bunch of hits, and they're going to make their money back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's
this fucking
investment into it.
This content world.
Or sponsors to pay for it before they do it.
Oh, okay, so they might even have the money.
So they just profit off of that.
You think Uber sponsors
That's the best way. If you get a sponsor to say like, oh, my trip to Uber is sponsored by, I don't know, HelloFresh. HelloFresh paid for this whole trip, or at least a portion of this trip.
Yeah.
And then whatever money I make off of the YouTube ad revenue or affiliate links or whatever the fuck it is, then that's just money.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking world out there, man.
It's crazy.
But no, man, sounds like it was pretty good overall trip to your to the Portland, or it was a lot of hipsters, I imagine, right? Was there like unicycles and stuff? There was like a big tire and little tire.
I don't know. No, I don't recall. I don't recall that type of.
This is all the stuff vehicle. I picture. This is all the stuff I picture, like suspenders, and I picture mustaches.
There's a lot of coffee shops, I think.
Did you guys check out some good coffee?
Dutch Brothers originated there?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
That seems like a Dutch Brothers thing. Because they're always so peppy. Maybe that's why they're in such a good mood.
Maybe that's why they're always so nice.
Yeah. It's like their culture.
It's another fucking Tuesday for them over there. But for us, it's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Hook up with me? So I just want coffee.
So no twisted mustaches or anything? Or none of that? Man. So none of the things I pictured in my head.
Well, not that I can, I don't know. I like to think that I can meld in well with the hipster crowd anyway.
Okay. But you weren't wearing suspenders or anything.
No, but like, I guess what I'm saying is I guess I wouldn't have noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would have noticed.
But like just regular America, it was pretty much just your average like dress. You didn't see a lot of slacks and stuff, or
again, not that I can tell.
Hats.
Outside of,
there wasn't like guys. I guess
I wasn't looking at people that close.
I guess I don't pay attention to that kind of thing, man.
And the kind of places I went to and did, I feel like I would expect to see that.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even notice it because it was already expected. So there was some stuff. You just blocked it out of your main conscious. Yeah. It's in subconscious.
That's probably what happened.
You think so?
Definitely.
Do you see like long pipes or anything? People smoking?
No.
Out of a long pipe?
Not that I can recall.
You didn't see like leather shops with just nothing but leather? You can make leather shoes or leather jackets.
No.
Make your own leather hat.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
This is all things that I picture, like blacksmiths walking around.
That would be cool.
I picture.
But sadly, no. It wasn't like a Renaissance fair.
This is my idea of Portland, dude.
Your idea of Portland is a Renaissance fair mixed with lumberjacks.
Mead. Big glasses of mead.
No, beer though.
A lot of like microbreweries and stuff.
Yes, so many different varieties.
Of course.
Like you go to a bar here and you get like a couple and maybe one or two local things or something.
I picture like
it's like everything that's available is something you've probably never heard of.
I would also want to get like a haircut from like a barber too that has like leather strap on his arm and he's just like cleaning it back and forth.
I feel like I've had a haircut from a barber like that.
No, they have them here too, but I just want it while I'm there. I want it to be there. What about the tattoo shops? So you guys walk by any tattoo shops?
Yeah, we did. Crystal was thinking about getting a tattoo.
Yeah, I should have got one, man.
She's like, we need matching tattoos. I'm like, no.
You just said no.
I'm not going to spend my vacation here with a fucking tattoo that needs healing and I need to take care of it. And now I'm drinking, my skin ain't going to heal right. I'm like, no, it's too much too much to think about.
No, the move is you're supposed to do it on your last day because then you're just going to leave.
That's what she said too. But I was like, no, I still wouldn't feel comfortable with a fresh tattoo going through the airport.
I did it.
Well, that's you. I said I.
It was fine. You put the cream on and everything, and like I knew I wasn't going to get in the water anymore. So, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't think it was for me. Not that.
Yeah, if you don't want it, you don't want it. But I like to check out give me your most hipster tattoo. What's your most hipster?
What's the most hipster thing you got? Slap it on my body.
A waxed mustache that's twirled up kind of tattoo.
Like, you say it like that, but and I know you're picturing a hipster, and I can picture the hipster you're picturing, okay? Although when I hear it, the first thing I think of is like, you ever seen like Wacky Racers?
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
It's like that old Hanna-Barbera cartoon. They would race, but they'd all be like, one was a caveman.
Okay. You picture a hipster caveman?
No, but there was a character on there that was like an evil villain. And the evil villains always have those twirly mustaches.
Yeah.
So that's the melodramatic evil villain.
Well,
picture.
He also has like nice leather shoes and like cuffed pants that are rolled up so you can see his socks.
No. I know which hipster you're talking about. But when you start saying like, oh, I want a twirly mustache, that's where I go. I go to that.
They dress basically like old Western, right?
No.
Like an old butcher. A butcher with a leather apron.
So this is what I'm seeing when you say mustache. That's the face I see.
Oh, that's
your
pretty
description
dramatic.
of a mustache. That's what I'm seeing.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about just a hipster. Like, I know what you mean.
Some man buns.
But the way you start, like,
some braided beards. You didn't, not one braided beard.
Not that I can recall now.
You had to have seen a braided beard that was long. Man bun, I'm sure.
I feel like I'm looking at just pictures of hipsters, and yeah, these are just people that I probably would have seen. But it's not. It's not like that would have stood out to me. Like, that's not something that I see and I'm like, oh, that's different. It doesn't feel different to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense. You're seeing it, but you don't pay attention.
I guess because I lived in like San Francisco, there's a lot of hipsters there too.
Was there?
Yeah.
It was that kind of style.
My roommate was a hipster. For sure.
He have a vest. He have several vests.
No, we always wore flannel.
He always wore flannel.
Nice shoes.
Okay.
Beanie.
Okay, he went beanie.
Mm-hmm. That was him.
Some beanie works on some people.
And skinny jeans.
Do you like the loose beanie where it looks like it's going to fall off their fucking head?
Where they're just like holding it on the top of their crown of their head.
Yeah, or it's just sliding off of their forehead, It's not all the way on.
It's not even like going to their forehead. Like their hair is still hanging out of it.
Yeah. What's that up?
That's like a hipster.
Or what about where they're just kind of using it to hold their hair because they have so much fucking hair?
I don't know what you mean by that.
No. Long hair.
You just throw all the hair up in there?
Yeah.
And what is this beanie like? Well, that's why pinned to your head?
That's why you can have it kind of hanging off your head because it's around all your hair.
No, I can't picture that.
No, okay. Well, anyways, you know what I'm talking about. This is all the images I get. Like I would probably have a different.
I just feel like you're talking about hipsters as if it's like, I don't know.
I don't think it's bad.
Did you see any crocodiles on your trip to Florida? That's how it sounds like you're talking about hipsters.
And then you're like, there was so many crocodiles I didn't even notice. There was crocodiles walking on two legs. And there was crocodiles laying on a bench chair.
I'm pretty sure I sat next to a crocodile on the bus. It's just what it is there, man. Yeah. I'm used to it though.
He was minding his business, so I mind mine. Yeah. What are we at, dude? We're down crocodiles.
Now we're in 4.
That's good, man. We good. We did this.
Good.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. All right. This has been another fabulous episode of Digital Cortex. My name's Steven. That's Random Styles. And have a good one.
Later.